See, one line what I would like to say is commit to yourself, where no matter whatever the decision it is, if you do with 100% 100% commitment, there will be a help around you, definitely, some or other way. The luck favors the brave. That's what the statement I would carry here.
Hello everyone, welcome to StartupLanes. My name is Sonal, Investment Banking Associate at StartupLanes. And today we are so thrilled and so excited to have a conversation with Mr. N. Balakrishna, who is Chief Finance Officer at Snowman Logistics Ltd. Mr. N. Balakrishna holds a splendid experience of over 12 plus years in finance and accounts. He is a member of the Indian Institute of Chartered Accountants. He has worked with some of the leading companies like Deloitte, Pennar Industries Limited, and Etisalat Group in UAE. His journey from the UAE's corporate landscape to becoming the CFO of Snowman showcases his abilities to thrive in diverse environment. He has an enriched understanding of finance on a global scale. So, without further ado, let's welcome this brilliant personality here. Hello, sir. Good afternoon, and very welcome to StartupLanes.
Good afternoon, Sonal. Thank you very much for the invitation. Honored to be part of this call. Yeah.
So, sir, please tell us about your journey getting to the place where you are right now. Was it easy for you or was it tough for you?
See, I won't say it's an easy task. At the same time, the corporate world doesn't give you the easy way out for you to climb, all the way, where I am right now. So all started 12 years back, post qualification, where I had very clear thoughts in my mind. As soon as you clear the final in CA, you have an options whether you want to practice yourself or continue with an audit firm. Where I was with Deloitte that part of time, but I have made up my mind. My area of interest and will be in the organization setup where I will contribute more in organization finance and accounts rather than in the audit field. So, in a sense that I don't want to be in a postmortem team where the audit and all starts after all the transaction gets hit and all. I would like to have a live interface, live experience, live through of the organization finance and account. That's where my area of interest been started there. So I waited. It's not an easy journey to start with. Like I said, I had to wait for 6-7 months post qualification because I don't want to take the steps in a hurry and all. Wanted to have my base very strong. So I had to wait for that. So then I started with manufacturing industry, where again I would say lucky myself because. All through the journey of post-qualification, I worked with the CFOs only directly, where usually you tend up working in a team where though at AM level or DM level, manager level, you will be with an organizational hierarchy. You will be reporting to some manager, some reporting manager and all, where your growth gets not fast-tracked. But whereas my case, the growth is very much fast-tracked because I worked with CFOs closely. I reported directly to the CFOs. I understand the wisdom. They used to carry to me and all wherever I was. So that's where I feel a bit lucky myself on my part. Not everybody gets this kind of a journey where I am right now. Also, not just in the first setup of company. When I've been to abroad also, where I worked with it's a semi-government company. Etisalat, I had to work with different nationals as well. So in that setup as well, I had to work closely with the CFO, Director of Finance and all. And another challenge which I had faced in my career is there's a change management at UAE, where the semi-government company and all. So when the management had to change all of a sudden at the top level leadership team and all, you'll have to build in scratch the confidence and all. It gave me the immense confidence where you have to scratch from the beginning and take through the confidence of the stakeholders from right from the scratch till to get the confidence of the the owners and the leadership team, it's not easy a task. It's not an easy task. We have to go through the whole due diligence, forensic and all. That's where I would say myself, I become tough. I become tough and become more agile, where I got a lot of confidence where I can deal with in any situation. So then I moved. I had to move from the Dubai to back to India. Then I joined Snowman, and it's been told that I'll have to carry the legacy of the ex CFO, where he had to retire in few years. Then again, like I said, throughout my career, I was always with CFOs. Then I could successfully able to ascend this destination. I would say. I mean, it's not full stop. I would say it's a continuous journey. But yeah.
So, have you ever faced difficulties in your life? And have you ever faced a difficult phase in your life? And if you did, what was your mindset? Yeah. And if you did, what was your mindset when you went through them? And how did you tackle them? How did you come out of it?
See, difficulties will be there either personally as well as the professional career wise. See, you will have to back yourself no matter what. What I would do myself is, I will stick with my decision, whether it is right or wrong. I will, because I will have to own up, right? At the end of the day, if someone else is taking decision on my part, then probably at the end, I might regret if it doesn't go well. But if I have to take decision on my own, I'm happy either ways. Because if it's comes up well, it's very good. Otherwise, I'm very happy because because this is my own decision and it adds part of my experience. Also, it's not. Again, I've come from the very middle class family background and all. There was no one for me to guide and in the CA course and all. Back then was not an easy course, and no one was there to guide like nowadays. We have a lot of institutions and all where people can tell you where to start, what to start, etc. and all. But back then it was very tough decision even to take the CA course itself. Nobody in the family actually encourages you because no one knows about this course. Even your friends and acquaintances, no one will be in this field. Right now, you have a lot of guidance, support, mentors, etc. everywhere. It's actually good to see this way. But that's personally where I face the time, difficult times. No one was guiding me. I had to travel, personally 30-35 kilometers one way. Then, it's 2 hours any one way and all. That's a personal hindrances what I was having it. But difficult times to professionally, I would say only when I had come across the change management in Etisalat UAE, where the due diligence and all come up, where it has I have to undergo a lot of stress because of the audits, because of the integrity issues at the management, then because the management had to change and all, where that was a time where it tested my the patience, tested my etiquettes, tested my knowledge, everything. That's where I like I said, the first statement itself. Now I would take a lot of confidence from that phase. But otherwise, day in day out, the regular difficult times and all will be there. But no, it's not not worthy to comment to point it out, to pinpoint. Yeah.
So, is there any one-line advice that you would like to give to persons who are facing difficulties and are really frustrated and they're like, no, I have lost it? What do you want to say to such youngsters?
See, one line what I would like to say is commit to yourself, where no matter whatever the decision it is, if you do with 100% 100% commitment, there will be a help around you, definitely, some or other way. The luck favors the brave. That's what the statement I would carry here. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So that was really straightforward put. I hope people learn from it. The youngsters see and learn from it.
Yeah.
So, do you like reading books? And are you an avid reader? And what are your favorite books?
This is one area of weakness from my side. I would say I have to agree to it. So I don't read any author books and all, but I get updated professionally over the journals, I read the newspapers and all those things will be there. But reading authors and all, I would say that I am not into reading personal books, personality development books. But I do watch the videos, personality development videos and all. Those things are there. But reading books is where I would say personally, the kind of a weakness. But again, nowadays, you don't find so much of time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, what is your success mantra? Is there any particular quote that you carry with yourself and you want to share it with us?
Success mantra is it's very, 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 very straightforward. I've already told you. If you have to do something, do it with 100% commitment. Don't give a shy. If you are really doing it, go for it. Otherwise, don't go for it. Because at times you may have to face the failures also. You may have to face the success also. You'll have to treat both equally. But the more the courage you have, the luck will always favor you. This is what I had experienced also. I would recommend also.
Okay, sir. Okay, so how can people who follow you, who get inspired from you, can become like you?
See, everyone is different in this world. No two people thumbs are equal. If you look at it that way, I don't advise people follow the mantra of Balakrishna. So I have my own way of mantra, which I am experiencing it successful, right? But you may be having a different mantra, which you may be successful. You will have to figure it out, but you will have to live by it. You may get influence. You may get motivated, but you should not be influenced too much by my actions, by my words. Some things works for me, some things doesn't work for me. Some things which you follow will work for you, which may not work for me. You will have to figure it out what best suits to you, to the situation, and to the place where you are in.
So you have to find your own way, right?
Yeah, that's ideal scenario, because situations, circumstances, the field where I am is altogether different. How I grown up, where I'm living, how I'm living, everything will, my environment, my family, everything will be different. So you may get motivated, but don't get influenced by my words. But it may not suits you. You will have to find your own way. So, and you will have to live with it. Other thing which I would like to say is, don't get fickle so much. Once you find a way, you will have to stick with it. Trust yourself. Continue to place the trust on your actions and words and all. Then you will find success in that way. Now, tomorrow you meet someone and you get motivated, fine, but you don't get influenced so much from that person, and you take some things from him, but don't exactly follow, try to replicate him.
It's more like being
yourself. Yes.
Okay.
Hope I'm clear.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Now coming to your professional front, please tell us how important is it to keep yourself updated, and what instruments do you use to keep yourself updated?
Yeah, see, professionally, it is very important for you to get updated. Nowadays, GST gets updated day in, day out. Any notification from the government will have a huge impact on you and your company. The taxation and the corporate laws, any government related information, subsidized, and accounting standards, Companies Act, everything's any rule from small rule from SEBI also will affect you drastically. So it is very important for you to be in the same community. When I say community of your own professionals, you will have to follow the certain groups. You will have to follow certain magazines where you have to follow the news. These are the things which helps you. The consultants of the company also will help you. They will pass on the information timely, interpretations. Reading those journals, understanding those journals, attending the seminars. These are the certain things where you will keep update yourself. But yeah, it is where you cannot keep yourself aside and say that, yeah, you are a CFO, then you just have to follow, don't have to follow all those things. It doesn't work that way. You will have to get updated. Then only you will be able to drive the company successfully, personally and professionally.
So what is your daily routine, and how much hour per day do you work?
Say depends. I don't fix myself like I'll work 6 hours or I work 8 hours. Uh, it depends on the work level what you have. Maybe at times I might work 12 hours also. At times I might work 5 hours also, which is in the best interest of the company. But again, I will have to balance work life, with the family and with the office. It should not be disturbed in either ways. The two extremes will always have a problem. So
Yes.
I'll try to keep it very simple. I'll not postpone anything for tomorrow. If everything to be completed today, we'll keep it today. That's how I work. Yeah.
Though you have already touched a little bit at this question, but let me ask you this: that how do you balance your work life?
Yeah. See, in this busy life, it is very important for you to take personal leaves, where you cannot say that I work 8 hours or I work 10 hours or 5 hours. The balance life with family, that way will not help you to spend a quality life with your family. Maybe with family in the sense, with parents, with kids, even with your friends also. I would suggest, it is very important to have a breaks in between. Maybe 10 days in a quarter, a week in a quarter. If you get any holidays, attach it to the Monday or Tuesday. Have those 2 extra holidays and spend out yourself, relax yourself, go out with family. That's how where you divert yourself from the work a bit, and you will be able to come back more relaxed, more concentrated. That way, it helps you to balance both work life as well as personal life. See, day to day spending time is always be there, where you will have to give a quality time, but giving a break, travel somewhere. Go. I myself, you prefer traveling, somewhere once in a year to go out of the country. Spend your time, give yourself a time. Uh, Figure it out yourself. What best you can do other than the work. Those are the things where helps you regenerated. And helps you to concentrate much better while once you come back from the vacation. Also helps you to have the good relation with friends, family, and able to guide personal life also very well. Able to lead personal life also very well.
So let me ask you this, sir. Do you have any regret in your life? Like, what is there any particular advice that you want to give your 20 years younger self? Like anything that you did in past that you now regret, that no, this is something, if I am going to know 20 years in the past, I'm going to delete it. This is something that I really missed out. Is there anything like that?
There will be, but I think this is very important for anyone to have an understanding of personal life and the office life. If you mix it up, then you will have a problem. I had done that earlier, so I had that regret. See, I'm a guy where I'm very straightforward. I take decision I live with it, like I said, right? But certain times it will not work with your friends. It will not work with your family. You will have to be a bit diplomatic. You will not be so much straightforward. So if you have to apply the same rules of office to the personal life to the office rules, it will not work. So this is where the advice what I would give is give a clear line of difference between office and personal space. If you mix it up, you will have regrets. I had lost one or two friends with that reason. I- you know I always went back and told them, that this I had asked for the excuse and all, but once a glass breaks, it will be very difficult to attach, stick it. That's where I have the regrets. But ever since I realized, I have not repeated those things. Yeah.
So, had you not picked finance, what is it that you would have been doing? Is there anything other than finance that you really like or love?
See, it's after my schooling, my my father almost paid the fees for the science group. So I wanted to join the science group with engineering. I wanted to take up the engineering along with my friends, going along with the flow.
Okay.
And it was a pinch from one of my lecturers. There was a scrolling those days at the TV, where saying that, there is a course called CA, you will have to do it. Those are the things. If you do it, then you'll have a good, bright future, etc. and all. Only out of a fluke, I was about to pay the fees tomorrow. Out of a fluke, I told my lecturer that I wanted to inquire about this. Do you know anything about the CA course? The next moment he told me that, you will not be able to do that course. You will not be able to do that course. You will not be able to finish it. The best decision you have already taken, that you will take the science group and finish the engineering group. That suits you. Don't think of this commerce and all. I have tried myself, then I left it go. Then I could not clear, then it is impossible for you.
Okay.
So I had to become, it's that was a day where I decided that I'll become a CA. It's a 10th class results are not out. We're about to join the college. Then this all scenarios happened. Yeah.
So it looks like you took it as a challenge. That how did you challenge me? Now I will show you.
Yeah. So it came like that. Somehow he fired me. I need to thank him very much. It fired me like that.
Okay. So would you like to mentor young entrepreneurs, and like the startup founders and all? And is there any particular type of startup that attract you? Any particular sector that you like more in compared to others?
Definitely, yes. I would like to mentor the ones who would like to start up the companies. And then probably I might guide them how to approach the banks, how to set up the company, legally. What are the ways of reaching out to the PE investors and all. Those are the things where I will be able to guide from the finance accounts, and also maybe setting up of the policies, procedures, internal controls, how important it is and all. Those are the things, guidelines, where I will be able to definitely help in out. But picking up a sector currently, I'm not sure. Again, I do not have anything in my mind to advise. But anyone who has a bright idea nowadays, those are the ones where get backed by the PE investors, and they will be able to succeed very fast away. Look at the examples of Dunzo, what we have recently. Though you have Swiggy, though you have Zomato, you have Dunzo also plays a role. Just an example. If you're the IT company, IT personals, stop their working with the companies and started there in Bangalore. I'm talking about started their samosa companies. They're doing recently good. It's all about your area of interest and passion. Even if you sell the breakfast, Rameshwaran Cafe. Last year it was 50 crores turnover in Bangalore. I was wondering. So the small idea also will be good enough, but you should have a good level of patience, good level of approach. The big ideas and all. You have an idea, but you should know how to implement it. That's where the skills comes up. So yeah.
So the execution part is also very important, not only the idea.
Yes.
Okay. So who would you like to thank for supporting you in your life and career?
I would like to thank everyone whoever I met, to be frank. So I not to take away from anyone anything particularly. Family, friends, environment where I lived in, mentors, wherever I worked, the colleagues, everyone played a role. I would thank each and everyone whoever I met in my life. Yeah.
What virtues should a good finance professional have? Any advice that you'd like to give to aspiring finance professionals who want to make career in finance? Yeah.
So I'll definitely give that. So gone are those days where you depend on debit credit entries into the organization. Now ERP does all those setup for you. You don't have to pass debit credit entries in any organization. So what advice I would give to finance aspirants is, like, you need to understand the business first. Wherever you join, wherever the organization you intend to join for, you need to understand the business setup first. Then only you will be able to contribute more towards setting up of a policy, setting up of a controls, where you will have to work more on a ERP and technology driven with your finance knowledge. That's where the more you automate yourself, the more you understand the business, then you think from the point of view of setting up of a controls where it helps you, helps your team, helps your boss also. So that's one advice I would like to give. Upgrade yourself in terms of technology, in terms of reporting automation, in terms of understanding the business levels. Those are the things key for any finance aspirants nowadays.
I hope the young people take note of this. So what do you think about StartupLanes?
It's a good social website, I would say. I've seen I think 1 lakh subscribers is a hit where StartupLanes has. I think most of them are coming from the CXO aspirants of CXO background and all. So I've seen it's professionally very much the group has been maintained. I think any updates professionally, any updates within the industry, I would definitely look at the StartupLanes first. Maybe I think you have a lot of professional background people subscribe to the StartupLanes. Like you've also started one of the group where I've joined there. That's also one of the platform where it helps in communication network and all. I think it's a great initiative from the owner of the StartupLanes to drive this facility and the platform.
So my last question is, how should people connect with you?
The best one is over LinkedIn. That's the fast way of connecting with me. Usually I reply within a day. So irrespective of any request, so it's easy nowadays, LinkedIn.
Okay, sir. Okay. So sir, that's all from our side, and we thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule and talking to us. And we really appreciate all your brilliant thoughts on different aspects of professional as well as personal life.
Thank you, Sonal. Thank you very much. It's been honored, I would say, to be recognized by the StartupLanes. I would definitely recommend StartupLanes to my network. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you so much.